Okay, by now you've probably seen this viral moment when a couple was put on the Jumbotron, but they immediately ducked out of the shot.
Yeah, it happened at a Coldplay concert. Lead singer Chris Martin went on to say either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
By the way, Coldplay returned to the stage Saturday in Wisconsin for their first concert since that one in Boston last week. Before performing the song that accompanied that moment, titled Jumbotron, Chris Martin gave the audience a warning that it was coming up, and if they needed to fix their makeup, now was the time to do it.
Yeah, little warning there.
Yeah.
But kidding aside, we wondered, do you have a right to privacy when it comes to concerts? Case in point, the Jumbotron. What do you think? Should we expect privacy, or are we giving that up by attending the concert? So we want you to scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. Let us know what you think. We are curious to find out your opinion. But let's bring in our legal expert to tell us what the law says. Joining us now, Brad Trust from Edgar Snyder and Associates. And Brad, thank you for joining us.
Sure, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
So many people are talking about this.
Absolutely.
Do you have a right not to be shown on the Jumbotron?
Generally, when you're out in public, you have no right to privacy. And I would suggest that when you're at a concert or an event, you have even less of a right to privacy, because what's the first thing you do when you go to a concert? You go through a security gate where maybe they pat you down, maybe they look through your bag. So you're already at a lessened expectation of privacy. And when you're there, certainly you can be photographed just like you can be in public. Couple of exceptions, obviously. You can't be photographed when you're in the bathroom or when you're in an intimate setting, but certainly when you're out in public and at a concert, it's free game. You can be photographed, you can be videotaped, absolutely.
Yeah. Sticking with the concert theme, is there any legal recourse if you get a ticket from, let's say, a third-party vendor, it ends up being fake or not what you've expected? Is there anything you can do legally at that point?
Yeah, well, certainly, obviously, if you get a ticket that ends up being fake, or you have a seat that you bought a ticket and you got the wrong seat, or you have an obstructed view, the first thing you want to do is ask the person you bought the ticket for your money back and document that in writing. If they're not willing to refund your purchase price, you can always challenge the dispute on your credit card or with your bank.
Yeah.
Okay. Certainly an option for you. And if that doesn't work, you can always file a lawsuit in small claims court to recover your money.
Got it.
Let's talk about outdoor concerts in particular. I mean, in the summertime, it gets really hot. Sometimes people don't think about what they need to they need to be hydrated. They need to prepare for it, right?
Absolutely. You know, what I would recommend is, and what I do is I go onto the venue's website. I look at the rules and regulations that tells you what you're allowed to bring to the concert, whether you're allowed to bring water, whether you're allowed to bring a thermos or some type of cup. It will tell you where the aid stations are. It will tell you where water is available. It will tell you where the exits are. I would also recommend that you wear comfortable shoes, especially for those outdoor events. Sometimes there's uneven ground, there's crowds pushing and shoving, and so you want to make sure you have proper footwear on.
Okay, and let's talk about getting to and from the concert. Obviously, there can be a lot of traffic. Any tips for navigating all of that? I mean, as we were talking about this in our meeting, my first thing is make sure you have a designated driver, because even if you're not planning on having a drink, you may end up getting one at the concert. You need to prioritize that.
Yeah, definitely. Designated driver is a good idea. And, you know, be careful when you're at these concerts leaving. It's sort of a madhouse leaving the parking lot. Everybody wants to get home, but you have to keep in mind there are kids, there are people that have been drinking. Take your time. Have a designated driver. And my kids, who are adults now, they ride share. They get Ubers.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
So that's a good idea also.
Yeah. Or maybe just hold back. Like, wait until the bigger crowd, because you get kind of frustrated and all that.
Absolutely.
So, Brad, do you have a favorite concert that you've been to?
Yeah, I can tell you I saw the Suicidal Tendencies, and I was all excited. There was a mosh pit. I was going to go in the mosh pit. I step in, and this big guy steps on my shoe, and to get my foot loose, I fling my foot in the air. My shoe went flying into the mosh pit, and it took a few minutes for me to get my shoe back. I sent my buddy, who was a lot bigger, into the mosh pit to get my shoe.
You go get my shoe.
That was my last concert.
No. I feel like everybody has some good concert stories of things that went wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't have anything to match that, though.
No.
I don't know if I was on the big screen, though. Hopefully I wasn't.
Oh my gosh.
That would have been fun, though. There goes that guy's shoe.
Really good conversation. Thank you so much, Brad.
Thank you.
All right, and before we go, we want to check on the results, or the final results of our megaphone question today. And again, we asked, if you have a right to privacy, do you have a right to privacy, you think, after buying a ticket for a public event like a concert?
And here is the final tally. 68% of you said yes. And again, as we heard, you really are giving up that right.
You're giving up at least some of it.
You may feel
Yeah.
like you should have
Yeah.
a right to privacy, but many people
Now, somebody like David, as much as I want to take your picture and put it on Edgar Snyder's website, I don't have the right to do that.
Right.
That
Okay.
would be an invasion of your right to publicity. And,
Okay.
and that's not something I'm permitted to do.
And that's different.
The concert promoters can do that.
Okay, all right.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
We found out what the law is with Brad. Thank you. And coming up, we're not done with this topic just yet.
We are diving into it on Pop Talk Live with Melanie from The Bubba Show. Here she is. Hey, Mel. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. She's getting in on the fun of the
Of course she
conversation.
did.
We'll be right back.
Come back.